So 2D basically means two directions. So it moves from one direction into another. So if I have one technique that throws a punch straight forward, it means that on the way into its target, it has to change directions. So in this case, there's a very simple example that I like to teach with all my newbies when I'm trying to teach this principle. There's a technique that we have in our system called the drop jab. So the drop jab, if I just like freeze my whole body in place and then just move my tricep, see how my fist moves in an arc down until it gets to its extension, like this. Now, that's 1D of movement. And then if I just do a jab, which is another thing in our system, you see it goes out in this single line and then returns. So this is also 1D of movement. But now we combine the two into one movement. So I'm going to do the drop jab at the same time that I do the jab. So it's going to end up looking like this. The idea is that when this is on its way, the arc adds 1D of motion, while the straight line adds another D of motion. And on the way to its target, it becomes a little bit more confusing for the opponent to decide where your intended target is, and thus makes it more difficult for them to block it. If I just line up with the camera here, right now, my knee and my foot are lined up perfectly with my trajectory. So it's exactly on that line. If I just change the angle of my leg, now my trajectory is this way. So that's what we're going to be playing at here. So when I come up, I'm going to show them that this is my trajectory. And anyone who knows kicking will know that's the trajectory that you're going at. So if you midway turn this and then change directions this way, it's going to be a lot harder to see it coming. And actually in the MMA fight I saw, they went like this. The guy tried to catch the guy's leg and it slipped out as it got here, and his head was right here, so he just kicked him in the face and knocked him out. It was fantastic. So I start with this reverse punch, and on its way there, it's going to start to drop the elbow, and then as I turn, it's going to have the hammer fist. Like this.